G'day everybody. Today I'm going to be doing a hard body lure review for a lesser known hard body Murray cod lure, and that is the Predator lure made right here in Wangaratta by David Broman with the support from his wife Jan. Rightio folks, Predator lures first came about in around the mid-1980s. Dave Broman is a passionate Murray cod fisherman, had been for many years. There was a couple of lures just being made back around the time, Stumpjumper, I think Orgy might have been around, and then the Knowles Native and just a couple of others, but there wasn't a whole lot of around. The market wasn't saturated with Murray cod lures back then like it is now. So Dave Broman decided to make one of his own, and he created the Predator lure. Originally they were made of timber. They were made of western red cedar for probably 7 or 8 years until the demand got too high and Dave had to go out and purchase an injection mould and start making his own moulded plastic body lures. Now, according to the Predator Lures website, which I checked this morning, it took Dave a bit of time to get used to the plastic lures, to get the pattern right, the swim pattern right, the depth right, but he tinkered with it until he got it perfect. From about the mid-90s onwards, they've been made of plastic. Now, the hard body Predators, these come in two different sizes, the 75mm and the 95mm. They dive down to around 2.5 to 4 metres depth. That's quite a big variation in size, but it all depends on what line you're using and how far out the back of the boat you've got your lure when you're trawling. They're not the deepest diving lure on the market. They come in 28 different colours and they're around about $16, $17, $18 a shot. So they're just a little step up from the cheaper lures, but nowhere near the price of some of the more expensive lures, particularly Australian made lures. Now, Predator lures are made in Australia with as much Australian content as possible, except when they need to import something from overseas. I'm not exactly sure which parts. That could be the hooks or something, I'm not sure. But they're moulded in Australia, they're made in Australia, they're an Australian made lure, and in the Wangaratta area they're quite an iconic lure. Now, when I do a review of any kind, I like to look at the pros and cons. There's not a lot of cons with the Predator lure, being that it's got such a skinny body, and I'll bring this up closer to the camera here so you might be able to see it. You can see there it's got quite a skinny or flat profile body. It's nice and wide across the top, but it's skinny along that way. What that means is that every now and again the hooks might tangle up. Like, I can't even get it to do it, but sometimes the hooks will get caught on the bib, the lure will scoot across the water. It's not often, it's nowhere near often enough to be a real problem, but it is a con because it does happen from time to time, so I should mention it. But as I said, it's no real concern. And the only other con that I've got with it, and it's not really a con or a design fault, it's just that it's a smaller lure. The only other con that I've got with the Predator lures is they don't come in a really big 140 or 150 mil for the real big cod, and they don't come in an ultra deep diving lure, which means that they're not designed to get down really deep in the river channels at Lake Mulwala and stuff like that. So they're the only cons, the odd tangle and the fact that they don't get down deep, but that's not what the lure's designed for. So really the only con is the fact that occasionally the hooks will get caught up on the back of the bib. Rightio, so what about the pros? What are the good things about these lures? Well, first of all, they've got a fantastic wide sway pattern. They are dynamite in areas that aren't as deep. So places like the Ovens River where I live, you know, the Broken River and places like that, where the water isn't 40 feet deep and you just want to get in around the structure and stuff like that, they're great in smaller waterways. In the smaller waterways that I fish, they're fantastic, and they really come into their own down at Lake Mulwala, particularly if you're out in the shallow timbered areas where a lot of people trawl through the timber where it's only 8 or 9 feet deep. These are the lure of choice in that environment. Absolutely fantastic. So they come in 28 different colours. I'm going to show you something here. You see this? That is one of the original timber Predators made out of western red cedar from the 1980s or the 1990s or early 90s. You can see there's a bit of paint scratched off. That is the very lure that I caught my very first Murray cod that I caught casting and retrieving. I had caught plenty of cod trawling and I'd caught plenty on bait, but it was only in the mid-1990s when I started casting lures from my boat that I used to have that I caught my very first cod on this lure in the middle of Wangaratta, and it was 63 centimetres, and I still got the original timber lure. That's the 75mm lure right there, and beside it here I have the larger 90mm lure. So you can see, even though it's only 15mm, there's actually quite a significant difference in size between the 75 and the 90mm. And just for the record, that pattern there, that green with the black spots and the sort of yellow underneath, that is my favourite lure colour for Murray cod. Whether I'm in Lake Mulwala or the Ovens River, that is my favourite Murray cod colour. Rightio, so there's the Predator hard body lures. Now, these are available in a few stores around Wangaratta area. I know they are in adventure camping and fishing. I'm not sure exactly who else sells them, but I know that they're not hugely distributed. But if you're in the Wangaratta area, pop into adventure camping and fishing if you want one, or many of the other local tackle stores that may have them. If you're away in an area where you can't get them, you can purchase them from their website at www.predatorlures.com.au. On their website, they actually ask people, if they're in an area where a tackle store stocks them, to please buy from the tackle store and support your local tackle store. But as stated, some places they don't have them, so you can get them online. Just quickly, Predator Lures also have a range of spinnerbaits. They've got 11 different colours. They're a couple of bucks cheaper than the hard body lures at around about 15 or 16 bucks a shot. And they've also got chatterbaits, which are called hummers. So they've got the hummers of the spinnerbaits, but their main flagship of the Predator range is their fantastic array of hard body lures suitable for Murray cod and yellow belly. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment below and tell me what you caught your first Murray cod on a cast and retrieve lure. For me it was the Predator, but what did you catch yours on? G'day everyone. Today I'm going to howdy. These smaller upland rivers, even I'm not sure of the rivers up north, but thanks for watching. So thanks for rightio folks, thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this video informative. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this video informative. Don't forget to subscribe everyone and leave a comment below. Thank you very much for watching. If you've had success on these Predator lures, leave a comment below and tell me all about it. Or tell me what you caught your first lure or your first lure caught Murray cod on. What did you use? For me it was a Predator. And they've also got mumbler type lures, or I think they call them hummers, which is just a chatterbait. G'day everyone. Today I want to talk to you about one of my favourite lures, the Predator lure. Righto, right now there's a car going past. Let's see if it picks up any noise. Let's see if we can hear that car while I'm talking. Now let's see if we can hear it when I stop talking.